Israel has launched an airstrike on Beirut for the first time since a ceasefire agreement was reached with Hezbollah in November last year. On Friday, Israeli warplanes hit a residential building in the Hadath neighborhood of southern Beirut. The Israeli military says the target was a Hezbollah drone storage facility. The strike came hours after rockets were fired from Lebanon into Israeli territory, the second such incident in a week. No group has claimed responsibility, and Hezbollah has denied involvement in both cases. In response, Lebanese Prime Minister Nawaf Salam ordered the army to identify and arrest those responsible for the rocket attacks, warning that such actions threaten Lebanon's stability. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz, however, held the Lebanese government accountable. He stated that if there's no peace in northern Israel, there will be no peace in Beirut either. Israel also struck the southern Lebanese town of Kfar Tibnit on the same day. Lebanon's Ministry of Public Health says 3 people were killed and 18 wounded, including children and women. The attacks mark the most serious escalation since the fragile truce was brokered by the United States and France on November 27th. That agreement ended more than a year of cross-border attacks, during which Hezbollah launched rockets into Israel in what it described as support for Hamas during the war in Gaza. Under the ceasefire terms, Hezbollah agreed to pull its fighters and weapons north of the Litani River, while Israel was to withdraw troops from 5 positions in southern Lebanon. However, Lebanese officials say Israel has not yet pulled out. Lebanese President Joseph Aoun, speaking from Paris, said the airstrike was a clear violation of the US-French brokered agreement. French President Emmanuel Macron, standing beside him, called the strike unacceptable and said he would raise the issue with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and US President Donald Trump. The UN Special Coordinator for Lebanon, Janine Hennis-Plasschaert, warned that the situation has entered a critical period for Lebanon and the wider region. Fears are now growing that the region could return to open conflict, like last year's war, which displaced over 1.3 million people in Lebanon and devastated large parts of the country's south.